Hey, RaMell.
John, nice to meet you.
Great to meet you. And I gotta say, congrats on such a powerful and important movie. It is one that will stick with me forever.
Whoa, thank you. Whoa.
I really enjoyed it. It was very immersive at the same time. But first, I have to bring this up as an obvious comic nerd. In Nickel Boys, there's a moment in the beginning where I noticed a Silver Surfer comic that's being read. I couldn't help but felt that was intentional because, to me, the Silver Surfer symbolizes themes of loneliness and searching for a meaning and so forth. So was this choice of a Silver Surfer comic book intentional?
It was, but it's also in, I believe it's in Nickel Boys. Like, Colson is a huge comic book fan, and his book has its own ecosystem of meaning and symbols, and we wanted to, pay respects to some of the original ideas that he used to shape Elwood as a character.
No, it totally makes sense. I love that, and it's, if people are nerdy as me, they'll understand why the Silver Surfer is such a great character. But I want to go back to the beginning. When did you first come across the novel? And, what were your first reactions after reading it? And then was there a particular moment or scene in the book that resonated with you personally?
I think, I was introduced to the book through Plan B. Dee Gardner had the idea of sharing the manuscript with me before it was published. And I think after reading it, there's something strange that happens because it has that twist at the end where it made me question reality and like all of my narratives. And I'm like, do I really know the world? How did I not see this coming? It's kind of wild. And then you of course, snap back to reality and just realize how powerful of a piece of literature it was. I think in the book, just the idea of Elwood getting in this car to get to college was the moment, the pivotal moment that altered the trajectory of his life and ultimately ended in his death, is something that is not only universally terrifying, but it's something I think I've worried about as a young man growing up in Northern Virginia, some minor decision of mine turning out to be the one that leads to my demise.
Yeah, and the whole film is a roller coaster ride. There's so many emotions I felt, and yeah, definitely a lot to swallow at the end. And what I really was blown away by was this immersive, camera style, which is a powerful choice, and it really brings the audience directly into the character's perspective. Can you talk about pulling that off? Because it's just incredible how it was pulled off, first of all. So I don't even know how it was done. So please tell me about that.
Yeah, well, the point of view is it's something that happens in incremental ways. You have the idea of doing it. I drew a lot on the film that I made, Hale County This Evening. Then you write out the scenes with the co-writer, and then you get to the point where you're testing the camera movement, with Jomo Frey, the pretty fantastically amazing DP, in his Airbnb. And then when you go to shoot it, obviously it's a little different because it's real time and you're interacting with characters, so you're learning. So the whole thing is a process of learning. And I think it's as much about, being open to the things that you'll be taught on the day than it is having something that's concrete in your mind. And with that, I think what we end up with is an open-ended process and kind of reading the room in the moment. I don't remember your other question, but the other one really has me thinking about how it really came to be.
No, you answered it. RaMell, this was a fantastic film. I'm really looking forward to what you deliver to us next.
Thanks. Nice meeting you. I love the Blockbuster t-shirt. It looks like you're on like a popcorn box too, so it's kind of cool.
I love that. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, same.